Once upon a time, there was a puppy named Peter Pan who never was going to grow up. He played all day and lived on a magical island called Neverland. Sometimes, though, he would get lonely and he would go into London looking for little children to bring with him back to Neverland. He would watch as people pushed babies in prams, and sometimes when they weren't looking, he would steal them and drag them off to Neverland. These were the Lost Boys. They were his best friends and kept him company in the land of Neverland. Other times, he would fly all the way to London looking for lost children, searching all over the streets to find those little boys to bring with him back to Neverland to be his friends. Sometimes, too, he would go through open windows looking for children to bring with him to Neverland. He promised them that life in Neverland would be fun. They would sing, they would dance, and they would play games all day. Then he could convince them that Neverland was the most magical place to live. They would never have to grow up, and they would be able to play as much as they wanted to. Sometimes children decided they wanted to go with him, and they would fly into the stars, and he would show them all of the bright lights as they flew through the night sky all the way back to Neverland. Life in Neverland was fun. They could fly, thinking of magical thoughts, but it was also hard. There were pirates, and sometimes they would have battles between the Lost Boys and the pirates. Peter Pan was an excellent sword fighter, and he always fought hard against the pirates, especially the dreaded Captain Hook. He was the best at outsmarting that tricky pirate. Captain Hook thought he was an excellent sword fighter and very good at fighting, but Peter Pan was better. He could always outsmart that pirate and beat him, even sometimes managing to take his own sword from him and win in battle. Peter Pan seemed to kind of always win, but it wasn't always easy, and sometimes he actually got captured by the pirates. Those were scary moments. He would get dragged back to the Jolly Roger pirate ship and was made to walk the plank. But then he would fly into the sky and outsmart those pesky pirates. Peter Pan is a really special story about the magic of never growing up. And that's the same sort of message that our dogs teach us every day: to live in the moment, to play, to have fun, to not be worried about being silly, and most of all, to never grow up just like them.
Good girl. Well done.